I'm going to share 3 daily activities that I do each and every day. They're money-making activities, and if I would have known this years ago, it would have saved me a shit ton of time, money, stress, anxiety, shame, guilt, embarrassment, fear, humiliation, and frequent trips to the liquor store. Now, I see so many people. I'm just taking a little break here. It's 100 degrees out in Vegas. It's 1:50 in the afternoon recording this video. I've been walking for about 50 minutes, and I wanted to take a little seat here. I have, I see so many people, and I've been guilty of it too, so I'm not saying these people are bad or anything. I've been there 100 times, of just doing non-revenue, non-money-making activities. And the busy work, they think they're getting a lot done. They're like, look at all the things I got done. And then you look at your list of 8, 10, 12, 15 things, and you're like, how many of those were money-making activities? And a lot of times, like, none of them are. Fucking with your logo, tweaking with Canva. I don't know how many entrepreneurs I have talked with, and I joke around about it, and I say, you don't need to tweak your Instagram bio for the 37th time this week. And I used to do that. I'd think, oh, I'll tweak my Instagram bio one more time, and that will lead to a rush of sales. And it never leads to a rush of sales. So these are the 3 daily tasks. I've shared these so many times on social media. A lot of people, unfortunately, brush them off as, oh, that's too simple or that's too easy. No way it would ever work. Now, these 3 tasks, when practiced daily, it might not work next Tuesday, but if you do it for 30 days, you're going to notice a difference. If you do it for 90 consecutive days, you're going to be building freight train-like momentum. So this is what I do every single day. Task number 1, I create at least 1 piece of content every single day. Every single day. It could be this YouTube video, it could be a post on Threads, it could be a post on Instagram, it could be a post over on Facebook. I mainly focus on like Instagram and Threads, but I occasionally post over on Facebook. It's more family stuff, but I do chat like business stuff over on Facebook. I don't have like a content calendar or a schedule or anything. I think on Sunday, on Father's Day, I think I posted twice within 10 minutes. And that was like the first time I posted all week. I posted 2 times in 10 minutes, and I hadn't posted in 7 days, something like that. So I don't have like a calendar. It's not forced or anything, but I post at least one piece of content every single day. Now, with Threads, I use a scheduler. I use a tool called Twist. I'll leave the link right down below. It schedules my threads. I'd say 80 to 90% of my content on Threads are scheduled posts. I'll usually sit down once, maybe twice a week for about 30 to 60 minutes, and I'll schedule posts for the whole week. And then throughout the day, I'll sit there in the morning because I don't have it on my phone. I don't have Facebook on my phone. The only app I have on my phone is Instagram, and that's just for Instagram stories. That's it. I don't have social media on my phone because it's a time suck, and I'm not self-controlled enough. I waste too much time on it. So I will post, I use automation for Twist, and I post it over on Threads. And then in the mornings when I'm sitting there doing my work and commenting, I'll usually make 2 to 3 posts. Sometimes I'll schedule them, sometimes I just make them on the fly. And then I usually sit down and I post 1 post a day on Instagram. It's usually a reel, but sometimes it's a carousel. I like carousels, they seem to do pretty well. They just take me a long time to create. Like, it takes me like 30 minutes. And I like doing reels because they're a lot faster. So 1 piece of content every single day. So that's my first task. My second task, and this is really important, they're all important, is I have at least 1 conversation with a creator every single day. And that's typically in a DM, email, or a phone call. Most times it's DM and emails, but I do have phone calls with people. I had a phone call with a client yesterday, and right after we got off the phone, I turned it into a piece of content. And that's the key here. That's the key here. Anytime you have a conversation with somebody in your audience, somebody in your target market, try to extract the lesson, the tip, the strategy, the aha moment, what you learned, what you shared, what they shared with you. I mean, it could be anything. Every conversation you have, try to turn that into a piece of content. It could be an Instagram story, it could be a thread. Heck, I've went on to create YouTube videos around a conversation I've had. I've created multiple videos over the last couple of weeks around conversations I've had with people. So try to, every conversation you have, put out a piece of content. And you don't have to say their name or anything. I'm not saying that, just say, hey, I was talking to a client, somebody reached out to me, I reached out to somebody, whatever it is, and just share what you two talked about, or the lesson or tip or strategy. And what I find is a lot of times I will use their lingo, that this person in the DMs or emails or whatever, I'll use their lingo, their terminology in my content. And that's when I get messages from people. They're like, you're in my head. You know, you're talking to my, like, they're like, how do you know, like, you know my problem better than I do. They're like, this is exactly what I'm thinking. This is exactly what I was feeling. And the big secret in that is because I have so many conversations with people, and I just extract a lesson out of the conversation and post a piece of content. And sometimes one conversation will spur off 3 to 5 pieces of content. So that's number 2. Have at least one conversation with somebody in your audience or market. Again, whether it could be a phone call, it could be a DM, it could be an email conversation, and then intentionally pull out a lesson from that and share that as your piece of content. So if you're paying attention, that's 2 birds, 1 stone. Focus on having at least one conversation every single day, and turn that one conversation into an insight, an aha moment, whatever it is, a story, whatever it is, and there's your content. Boom, you're done with 2 of the money-making tasks. And then the 3rd task, of course I'm gonna say this is the most important one, but again, they're all important, is I make at least one offer every single day. Every single day, I ask somebody to buy something from me. Usually that's in my daily email. If you want to sign up for my email list, there's a link right down below. I do email every single day. I usually don't email on Saturdays, but I do email every single day. I tell a story, I share an insight. People love my daily emails. So if you don't want daily emails, do not join, but people love my daily emails. And then at the bottom of my email, I just make a little soft pitch in the PS section. It's not high pressure. I just say, if you're looking for more help, here are 3 ways I can help you out. Actually, 1 links to a YouTube video and the other 2 link to paid offers. And that's it. And I make, you know, I probably average 0 to 3 sales a day with email. Some days I don't make any sales from my emails. And some days I'll make up to 2 to 3. You know, and again, it's a very soft pitch. It's not like this it's not a hard sales core message. I do try to make a pitch in my Instagram stories. But I'm not that good with that, to be completely honest with you. I do that a couple times a week, but I do make at least one offer, and a lot of times that comes from my email list each and every day. So those are the 3 money-making tasks, and they compound. You know, my favorite book of all time is The Slight Edge, and it's doing daily disciplines. It's basically the secret to success, if you ask me. It's just doing daily disciplines each and every day, each and every day. You know, you walk the stairs, you walk 2 flights of stairs every day. You're not going to lose weight in 1 day or 7 days, but after 30 days, maybe a little. After 90 days, absolutely. After 180 days, 100%. So it compounds, and that's what this whole strategy does. It's simple. You can knock out all 3 of these money-making tasks in 60 minutes. And if you really, like, once you practice it, you can honestly knock this stuff out in 30 minutes or less, honest to God. Now, I'm not saying you can build this huge business with 30 minutes or less. I don't mean that. But those 3 money-making activities you can do and knock them out. And if you're really creative, you can do them, you know, you can overlap them. Like I said, have one conversation, take that, turn it into a piece of content, you know. So those are the 3 tasks. I make at least 1 piece of content every single day. I have at least 1 conversation every single day, and I make at least 1 offer every single day. To get started, I would focus on making 1, 1, and 1. When you get into a rhythm, when you get into a cadence, when you get into a frequency that you're comfortable with, maybe up it to 2 pieces of content, and 2 conversations, and maybe 2 offers a day, or 3 pieces of content, or 5 conversations, or whatever it is, you know. But for now, I would just start off with 1, 1, and 1, once you kind of get a feel for it. If I was going to increase any part of that, it would be the conversations. That is the cheat code, having conversations with people. It's going to help you create better content. It's going to help you create a whole lot better offers. And I find a lot of people skip the conversations part, and then they're like, Adam, my content's falling flat. Adam, nobody's buying my offers. I was like, how many people are you talking to? Huh? I don't talk to anybody. You know, so that's the 3-part system. I've used it for quite a while, and it does work. Don't be fooled by the simplicity. It's that compound effect. Do it every day for 30 days. You're going to start building momentum. Do it every day for 90 days. You're probably going to get close to daily sales. You should. It took me 60 days of doing that every single day to start doing, averaging 1 sale a day. But do it for 180 days, and life could be a whole lot different. So anyways, if you have comments, questions, concerns about earning money selling PDFs, drop them right down below. Also, hit that subscribe button. I do these videos Monday through Friday. Friday where I just kind of walk around the neighborhood here in Las Vegas. It's hot AF. And I just ramble about a topic, a perspective, a thought, an idea, a framework, a win, a loss, whatever it is. And if this style, if you like this style content, hit that subscribe button. I'm having a whole lot of fun doing these videos. Hopefully you're having fun watching them. Thank you.